Hello, this is Matthew Miller from the ZDNet Smartphones and Cell Phones blog. Today I went to T-Mobile with the plans just to check out the Samsung Vibrant, and I walked away about 5 minutes later with a new $200 phone, the Samsung Vibrant from T-Mobile, which is one of the Galaxy S phones that are launching on every carrier. So this is the phone here. This is a first impressions. I'll do a fuller review. I have spent quite a bit of time with it, and you'll see that this post associated with this video is pretty extensive, a little bit more than what I would normally do, I think, with the first impressions, but I'm pretty enamored with the device and spend a lot of time with it. So on this video, I'll run through some walkthrough and some interesting aspects where it makes it different than some other Android devices. So here is the Samsung Vibrant. This next to it is the Verizon Motorola Droid X. So you can see that the Droid X is a bit taller. Width-wise, they're about the same. The Samsung is definitely thinner in most areas, and still even thinner, even heads up there. The buttons are actually the same here. We have menu, home, back, and search. So those two are the same. So this is a 4.3-inch screen and a 4-inch screen. And then we also have the Sprint HTC Evo 4G. And as you can see on the front face, they appear to be fairly similar in height. Width-wise, I don't know if you can see it in this video, but the Evo is definitely wider, and it is thicker than the Samsung, and quite a bit heavier. This is a very heavy device, the Evo. The Samsung is extremely light device. And lastly, for comparison of size, a lot of people have said the iPhone 3GS. So here's the iPhone 3GS compared to the Vibrant, and as you can see, the Vibrant is a bit taller. Thickness-wise, they are indeed about the same. There's a little hump on the back of the Vibrant there, but it is pretty close. This is a much smaller screen, 3.5 inch. This is a 4-inch screen on the Vibrant. So let's just kind of walk through the hardware, and then I'll walk through some of the software aspects. So this is the device, 4-inch screen, 800 by 480 Super AMOLED display, which actually looks very good at the daytime in the sun, whereas OLED displays before have not looked so hot in the sun. Everything is flush here. There is no physical buttons. They're capacitive on the bottom, and they're in the order of menu, home, back, and search. And what I've seen before is on the HTC devices, it's home, menu, back, and search. The Droid X and this Vibrant are menu, home, and then you've got something like the Droid, which is back, menu, home, and search. So it can be all over the place with Android devices. You never know. You just have to get used to it, I guess. There is no front-facing camera on this T-Mobile Galaxy S version. I understand that other Galaxy S versions do have a front-facing camera, so you won't get any video conferencing with this particular device. There's the screen. We'll look at that in a little bit. We'll check that out more. On the bottom, there's nothing. There's just a little opening to pry the back off. The right side here has a small lock power button, very small actually, which is kind of nice. I mean, it's indented a little bit. It's not really easy to press. On the top, we have a 3.5mm headset jack, and we have the micro USB, which is actually hidden behind a slider door right there. So it actually slides open and close to protect it from dust, which is something I haven't seen before. There's a lanyard opening there, and we've got the volume, single button volume rocker up top. And then we swing around to the back, and we've got a 5-megapixel camera with no flash at all on it. And in my personal opinion, I rarely ever use a flash on a smartphone. They're just not very good, and I've never really taken too many pictures that are worth the flash. However, this does have night mode, which is almost better than the flash anyway, as far as the way it turns out. Now this is the default cover, and you can't tell in this light, but it actually has a bit of a blue tint. I think it goes along with the avatar branding. And then inside the case, they also give you another one, and you might be able to tell this one has a bit of a red tint with a little bit different pattern on the back. So For some reason, they give you a couple different back options in case you want to switch it out, which is kind of a different thing. I didn't expect that in there. And the speaker, single speakers on the back there as well. And you'll see the branding. It has Galaxy S on the back, and it has T-Mobile and Samsung on the front. There's nothing on here that says Vibrant at all. So that's a bit different. Alright, so that's a look at the hardware. Now the real interesting part of this device is definitely the software and the functionality. So here is the lock screen. And let me just go ahead and wipe the screen off a little bit. It does catch fingerprints. It is a shiny, glossy plastic. There's no metal really except for the frame here. So we press the key, the lock switch. You see I've got a live wallpaper there. Phone lock, swipe screen to unlock. You can see you can move it around. Then there we go, we unlocked it. So you see there's a live wallpaper running right there, and what you'll find on this one is there's gallery, wallpaper gallery, and there's live wallpapers, and there's actually some different ones on the T-Mobile Vibrant. There's Blue Sea, there's Dandelion, Luminescence, which is the one I have up there right now, Ocean Waves, and then some of the other ones that we've seen before on the devices. I kind of like this one as well. I'll go ahead and set it to the Ocean Waves, although that may be distracting. As you can see, the ocean, let's go to another screen. There's some water kind of flowing, and if you tap on it, it will do the, let's go back. And now, I don't know how to get back to the actual default wallpaper that was on here, because it didn't appear in the wallpaper gallery for some reason. So as you can see, well, let's just, oh yeah, that was the grass, that's right. It was the grass that was the default one. I'll go ahead and put a plain, simple one so it doesn't distract as we walk through some more things on the device. Okay, so this is the home screen. Now, as you can see up top, it says 4. If we slide to the left, it starts from 1, it goes up to 7. So you have 7 home screens to choose from. Pressing the home takes you back to 4, and then you slide right and left. What you'll also notice is at the bottom, there's 4 static, what they call primary shortcuts. The good thing about this is a couple of them are actually, the 2 in the middle I believe, if we push Applications, we go to Edit, you'll see that I can actually move these 2, the 2 center ones, and put whatever apps I want in there. So that's kind of a nice feature to be able to customize some of those primary shortcuts. Okay. Now let's see what you'll see on the. This is pretty much the default. I haven't customized it too much yet. I'm going to customize it quite a bit. We've got Avatar, which is the movie, MOBA TV, which has been updated from the last time I've played with it. It's actually quite a nice application. I'll show you in a minute. The Sims 3, Kindle was loaded on here to start with. This is the feeds for Twitter and Facebook, kind of their widget. There's GoGo in-flight. You actually get 30 days of in-flight air connections on an airplane. We got a blank screen there, all the same Google stuff, Gmail, Google Maps, all that you expect. Slacker and Amazon MP3. This is the daily briefing app. If I go ahead and tap on that, what this is you can set it up for your weather that you want to look at. At the bottom you'll see there's 4 screens. You can do your weather, some stocks, AP Mobile News, and your schedule. The one thing is I can't figure out how in the world to change those ones, because I didn't mean to keep just one stock there. I wanted something else. So I'll have to look into that, and if anybody knows how to change the daily briefing, I'd appreciate it. I've Googled it quite a bit and haven't found any way to do that. So another thing that's a bit different, I'll go tap that, we see Edit. If I tap Edit on the main screen, you'll see that my 7 screens are now here. Now what you can actually do is tap that red minus and reduce that. If you don't want 7 home screens, you want 3 or 4 or 5, you can customize that by just hitting the minus and removing that. You can also tap and hold and then drag a home screen around if you want to put it in a different order. I didn't want to do that, so let me go. I like this setup right now. Go back where I was, drop it in there. There we go. So it's kind of nice. You can customize that part of the home screen as well. A lot of customizations going on here. Another one is the ad. We've got some Samsung widgets. I'll show you these. Accurate weather clock, buddies. There's that daily briefing, days widgets, finances. We also have some Android widgets, which are associated with the applications that I happen to have loaded on there. And you can add folders, wallpaper, shortcuts, that kind of thing. Typical Android stuff. So the other thing is the application launcher. Rather than like the menu or another button getting to the applications, you tap this one and you see a bunch of shortcuts, and it'll just add additional pages as you add more apps to it. So you see there's accounts and sync, there's an all share. This is a DLNA app, I believe, where you can share files between your computer or server that's compatible, and share that media around. We've got Amazon MP3, audio postcard, which is a T-Mobile thing, that daily briefing I talked about, the calendar. I'll go ahead and show you the calendar. This thing I like. It's a month view here with quick access to jump to different views, and in the month view the day will actually show you some stuff on the bottom, which I really like. I actually like this view. You can jump to week, you can jump to day, list. Nice thing about the week, actually, I use these colors like the yellows for my daughter's practices. It actually associates some of those category labels from Outlook and keeps the colors for me. So that's the calendar. We've got email, which is your typical, that's Exchange and other emails, non-Gmail stuff. There's a file browser on there. There's the gallery. This is the fairly typical Android gallery here. We see, it can connect to your Picasa web albums and things like that. We've got the GoGo In-Flight, we've got Kindle, Layar, we've got a Media Hub. This looks great, but it's not ready yet. It says Samsung Media Hub, rent, buy, and download your favorite TV shows and movies to your Galaxy S. Coming soon. Looking forward to that and seeing how much that might cost. We've got Android Market, we've got Memo, so they can have memos here. And if I oops. So there's a different kind of memos, sticky notes really is what that is. I'm not sure if it syncs to anything yet, I haven't played with it enough. We've got a mini diary, which you can tap to add a photo, it adds the weather, adds some text, you can integrate a bunch of stuff into a little diary. MOBA TV, I'll go ahead and take a look at that since I talked about it earlier. Now this is much improved over what I saw on the HD2 before. So here we have MOBA TV. It has live TV on demand, a much nicer browser than what they used to have with kind of finding the shows that you might want to watch. If we tap on demand, you see there's full episodes. Let's see. Community, that's a pretty funny show. Let's get one started up here if I can.
Why are you taking that? I thought it was the class about crazy farm animals, okay? Let's finish the unit. I don't want to be like...
So that's MOBA TV. This is a subscription service, $9.99 a month. You do get 30 days free. However, make sure to cancel that, and you can cancel it right from within the app before the 30 days, or they just automatically charge you. But it does look like a pretty good solution, comparable to the Sprint TV that I actually do pay for. So I'm going to give that a try for the 30 days. We've got a music player here. Now I just loaded up some music, so I'm not sure what to expect really. I don't know if there's a... Oh, there is a interesting landscape view. Has album art kind of stuff that's like the CDs has the album art. Go back to the portrait view. We have playlist, albums. Now if I switch it, let's see what the albums. Interesting, there's a little CD changer there. This is our church. The youth group has a great music. Artist, genres. So the music player is actually quite nice. There's the T-Mobile My Account. There's your settings. Slacker is loaded on there as well. I prefer Slacker. Google Talk. Whoops. And then we've got Telenav, GPS navigation, the Sims 3. I'll show you that in just a second. Let's go to the video player. I'll go to that in a minute as well. Think Free Office is an Office viewer that's included. I'll personally load up Quick Office. Right now, Think Free Office doesn't have editing capabilities. You have visual voicemail, voice dialer, voice recorder, YouTube, and that kind of thing, navigation, and then I've loaded up a couple apps of my own. So here's Sims 3. Take you a quick look at that. EA Sports, or EA, jumps into landscape mode. I won't play it very long. I just kind of wanted to show it to you. It looks great on this display, actually. I'll continue my game that I kind of started just to show you. There's also, some Samsung ringtones that are on here. So there's the Sims 3. You can move the world around, kind of see things, zoom in and out. See what you want to do for the goals, buy furniture for your house, a bunch of different things going on. You can see the whole city. But it's a game that's quite involved, but it plays quite well on this device. I'll say save and quick to menu. Alright. So the other thing we'll take a look at, since I've been saying it, is Avatar, which is another thing that's highly promoted on this device, with the packaging and everything else. And I'll go ahead and jump to a part of it where... As you can see, the colors look fantastic. I mean, this is definitely a watchable movie on this device. The movie's kind of cheesy, but it's visually stunning, and it looks great on this Super AMOLED display. And that's the music player as well, or the video player. You can see there's 5.1 Dolby, I believe, there. So that's Avatar. Let's see what else I have. I showed Sims. Let's see. I showed most of everything. Android market. One thing I wanted to show was the camera. Let's just jump in the camera. Now the camera doesn't have as I said, a flash. However, there are quite a few nice modes. We have shooting modes. And there's panorama, which I really enjoy using. I took a panorama picture, which was quite impressive. It does it automatically. I'll actually show you that real quick. So say I'll just take a lane picture here. It's not really panorama. If I take a picture, now that's the only time I press the button. Then I just move. It tells me right, left, where to go, and just keep on going around until the panorama captures everything. And then it processes and it failed because, of course, I'm not in an area for shooting that kind of thing. But it's a neat little app that you see there, and there's a bunch of different modes. Actually, within the modes too, you've got settings for your focus, outdoor visibility of the screen, different resolutions, including some wide resolutions, and the 5 megapixel. Bunch of settings in there. Then you can go to camcorder mode. You'll see that some settings, it does 720 by 480. So I plan to spend a lot more time with the camera because Samsung devices traditionally have pretty good cameras, and couple of the sample photos that I'm including in my initial first thoughts are actually pretty decent. Oh yeah, so one other thing I want to show, this comes with Swipe, and the Swipe version on this is actually excellent. You just swipe around, there's ZDNet, and the nice thing I like is you just tap and hold on these kind of things to get the alternate characters. So you can live right here without having to go to that symbol key very often, and you get to be really fast with, let's see, cell phones. There it is, ZDNet cell phone reviews. You get to be really fast with Swipe once you get used to it. It's a nice method of text entry. One other thing I'll show, let's see, it's the fonts that you can customize. And I don't remember where that was at. sound and display has a ton of settings. This must be it. So font styles, kind of fun. Default font, but then you also have 1, 2, 3 other ones, and you can actually tap Get Fonts Online, and it will search for fonts in the Android market. You can add a bunch of different fonts, as you can see right in the. These ones are paid here, but you do get a few extras included. Let's see, where was I at? Sound and display. Look at these settings in here. There's a ton of settings for your media, vibration intensities, puzzle lock. You know, you can turn that off. You don't have to do the puzzle pieces for messages and missed calls. That was something. Oh, I didn't show here. I showed it in pictures, actually, or screenshots. So that's about it. Let me go ahead and do a quick. I'll turn it off. I'll send a quick text message just so you see what I'm talking about with that. One thing to remember, if you have this device and you have a Mac, is that you must put it currently, for some reason, you need to put it in USB debugging mode to be able to connect to your Mac and transfer information and data and stuff like that. Normally don't have to do that. For some reason this one is requiring that. It took me a while to figure that out before I could add some information. So I just sent a text message to this device. We'll see what happens here. I'll show you that puzzle unlock deal. As soon as it gets here, that is. Still hasn't come through yet. Let's see. So there it goes. So you see these the puzzle lock, and what you do is you take your finger, try to capture this on video. You take your finger and you move the puzzle piece to over there, and then it will open up. It'll open up your whatever the message is to show you how to get it. So that's kind of a cool little thing. And I think I showed notifications. I maybe didn't. Maybe I just took a picture. So notifications are different, which are really nice because your wireless connection manager is up top. And that's something I use all the time. So you got your ringer there, you got your GPS, Bluetooth, and Wi-Fi, all managed from the notification slide down. Plus you still have a lot of room for your notifications as well. Overall, I am really impressed with the Samsung Vibrant on T-Mobile. Much more so than I planned, and for $200 it's quite a steal, I think. And I plan to spend much more time with it. That's just my first thoughts, and I appreciate you watching.